much. Right now, Kershaw County Council is meeting to take up a final vote on 8 different ordinances, 8 of them. One of those would create a first-of-its-kind permit allocation system to limit residential building permits in the county. If passed, Kershaw County would become the first county in South Carolina to adopt this particular type of ordinance. Right now, News 19's Megan Doxius is giving us more breakdowns of what all this means.
You go down number 1 in Elgin and you sit in traffic and tell me we don't have a growth problem in Kershaw County. We fundamentally have a growth problem.
According to the U.S. Census, Kershaw County has grown nearly 12% in the past 5 years. To help manage that growth, County Council has been discussing a new permit allocation system. Councilman Derek Shoemake says the county currently issues about 500 building permits each year.
But if we take an average of our typical year, we issue about 500 building permits. So we sort of set that as our traditional cap. And what we are doing for the first 6 months of the program, we are going to do a 0% reduction. So we're going to issue the equivalent of 500 building permits. It's only 6 months, so we're going to issue 250 permits in the first 6 months. That's a 0% reduction. And then the next 6 months, we reduce that number by 15%. And then in the second year of the program, we reduce it by 20%.
Permits will also be divided into different categories, so people aren't competing with large developments.
Roughly 60% of our permits are going to go to homes outside of major subdivisions. So that's the people that are building on their own land, putting something up on land they purchased. The vast majority of our permits go there. About 30% of our permits are going to go to major subdivisions, and then the rest are going to go to sort of multifamily and accessory dwelling units, sort of like building a house for grandma in the back.
Shoemake says the system would operate on a first-come, first-served basis within each category.
So single-family homes outside of subdivisions aren't competing with homes inside of major subdivisions. And if you're getting a permit and you're sort of, let's say the number's 250 and you're the 251st person, then your name goes to the top of the list for the next cycle.
Emily Martin is the Director of Government Affairs with the Building Industry Association of Central South Carolina. She says the system doesn't work.
The system as a whole is not going to accomplish what they're aiming to accomplish, because then we can't contribute to infrastructure if we are building at such a slow pace. However, we can provide other ideas.
She also explains it will affect other jobs in the industry.
Not only is this ordinance going to affect developers, builders, but this industry supplies jobs to a multitude of other employees, such as contractors, landscapers, painters, wood providers. This ordinance reaches beyond just the idea of a developer.
Residents say they support the plan and believe growth needs to be better managed.
Well, I think having a permit allocation system is definitely something that the county needs. We need controlled growth and smart growth. And we don't want to become, as the saying goes, another Lexington County where things are just willy-nilly.
I think a lot of it is just fine, but I think there is one really important thing that they needed to focus on, and they haven't. And that is they've got to prioritize the impact studies.
Reporting in Kershaw County, Megan Doxius, News 19, WLTX.